So this is Rux, a desktop robot with ChatGPT integration from a Chinese company called Letian Pai, who as far as I could tell made LED lights? I'm not really sure. But what I do know is that the CEO was one of the founding members of the Xiaomi Corporation, and they've made really great products over the years. Anyway, Rux was part of a crowdfunding campaign which was successfully funded just a few days ago over at Indiegogo. And they actually sent me 2 units to try out, one black and one white, maybe about a month before me making this video. And since the campaign is over, this video isn't about boosting their sales numbers. My only goal is to share my experience and my thoughts about Rux and maybe help you decide whether you want something like this on your desk. Hi, Rux. Can you help me make this YouTube video?
Of course, I'd be happy to help you with making a YouTube video. Whether it's brainstorming ideas, scripting, editing, or any other aspect, just let me know and I'll do my best to assist you.
Rux uses a 2.1-inch screen to display facial expressions and relevant information such as the time, weather, or the news, just to name a few. It also has an integrated 5-megapixel camera and a few sensors that can help Rux see if it's about to fall off the edge of the desk. Well, most of the time at least. See? Lesson learned. Behind Rux, you can see the integrated speaker and the USB-C charging port. Rux also has ears, for the lack of a better term, that spin around and light up to help with expressions. The legs on Rux can move forward and back, and although a bit clumsily, I suppose it's part of its appeal as a desktop toy. I think wheels would have given him better movement, but then again, it would also make it a lot less expressive. Also included is a wireless charging pad, which in future updates will let Rux walk to it when it needs charging. So what can Rux do as a desktop toy? Actually, quite a lot, but it will require you to download the app. Within the app, you'll see a list of modes that you can choose from. Most of them are self-explanatory and can be enabled by tapping it or using voice commands. For example, I could say, "Hi Rux, display weather." Sometimes it takes a few seconds for it to work, but it does work. Near the top, you'll see 3 distinct shortcuts: Sing, Dance, and Expression. The Sing shortcut doesn't seem to work, at least during my testing, but the Dance shortcut does, although sometimes a little bit weird. But for the most part, it does work, and the Expression shortcut cycles through the different expressions that the robot can make. Pet mode basically lets Rux roam around and kind of do its thing. Be warned though, if you don't pay attention to it, Rux tends to get agitated. Yeah. Scrolling down will get you a list of other apps built into Rux. Probably the coolest one to me is the ability to control the robot remotely. You can control Rux's expressions, actions, and even sound through this app. Rux can even be used as a remote video camera, in case you want to keep tabs on your pet or maybe just freak someone out at your desk. Now there's actually a lot more features that's built into Rux, but what you're probably wondering is how can AI make something like this a little less gimmicky and maybe a little bit more helpful? If you scroll down the apps menu, you'll see AI voice engine. By default, the system is set to ChatGPT 3.5, which is basically the free version of ChatGPT built into the robot, meaning you can ask Rux a typical question you would type into ChatGPT, such as, "Hi Rux, what are some popular tourist attractions in Las Vegas?"
Here are some popular tourist attractions in Las Vegas. 1. The Las Vegas Strip. This iconic stretch of road is lined with world-famous hotels, casinos, and entertainment venues.
Or maybe even something like, "Hi Rux, write a short intro for my YouTube video talking about AI in a casual tone."
Introducing the next adventure on our YouTube channel. Join us as we embark on a thrilling journey, exploring the wonders of nature, uncovering hidden gems, and immersing ourselves in unforgettable experiences. Get ready to be inspired, entertained, and captivated as we bring you along on our epic adventures. So grab your popcorn, buckle up, and hit that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss a single moment of the excitement.
Or, "Hey Rux, can you tell me a joke?"
Sure, here's a classic one for you. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Okay, maybe we'll work on that one. You can also do a couple of other fun things with Rux. For example, if you pick it up, it'll start to shake nervously. Or you can tell Rux to play a racing game. And as mentioned earlier, Rux even has the ability to sense whether it's about to walk over the edge of the desk. Okay, to be completely fair, that wasn't Rux's fault because my desk has a slight curve at the edge. Sorry, Rux. And honestly, there's a ton of other great features that Rux can do and will be able to do through over-the-air updates, such as gesture control and touch recognition.
Hi, Rux. Fall down.
But it's not always perfect because I've used voice commands and sometimes Rux gets a little confused, even if I use the app itself. This results in Rux kind of getting stuck in an endless loop of trying to figure out what the last command was. So I've actually had to restart Rux a couple of times already. So what's interesting is that this product was originally meant for the Chinese market, and introducing it here in the US brought a new set of challenges when it comes to directly translating the commands. What I mean is that some commands have to be said in a very specific way for Rux to understand. To find these commands, you'll have to use the app and click on User Guide. This page will give you a list of commands such as Hi Rux, keyboarding, or Hi Rux, bumping feet. Certain features also don't seem to work at the time of this video, such as asking Rux to take a photo. Also, enabling the fans menu doesn't work as it requires third-party platform authorizations from, well, just TikTok, to be honest. And I've tried setting it up, but it just won't work. And to be completely honest, those few things that I mentioned aren't even my least favorite things about Rux. But before I get into that, I'm fairly confident that any issues I've mentioned can be fixed with over-the-air updates, which I have to say they've been rolling out regularly since I received the test units.
But I'm still waiting for that one update where Rux actually walks back to the charger when it's time to charge, which kind of brings me to, I would say, my biggest gripe with this product.
In my experience, I can use Rux for about 15 to 25 minutes before I charge it, and at that point, the screen actually gets quite hot. But I feel like the battery performance can be better if only Rux would stop trying to get my attention. As I mentioned in the beginning, Rux gets a little upset when not being played with, so it'll constantly make random noises and movements to try to get your attention, which can be quite jarring and annoying. So the only answer to that is for me to shut Rux down, which I can do via voice command. Except sometimes Rux gets confused, so I'd have to do it through the app. I just wish Rux had a physical button that I can press to turn it off completely, because once Rux is off and I place it on the charger, guess what? Rux wakes up. As a result, I usually have Rux turned off unless I want to play with it, or maybe if I want my kids to have a little bit of fun.
So I don't believe that Rux is a complete letdown at all. It's just that it's far from what I was expecting and hoping from a product like this. And the good news is, over-the-air updates can vastly improve on this experience. But the question is, until then, are you willing to pay upwards of $400 for a product that is mildly entertaining, somewhat useful, but mostly complicated? Only you can answer that question.
Don't worry, Wally. You're safe for now.
Hey there, awesome viewers. I just wanted to drop in and say a massive thank you for all the support and love you've been showing my channel. You're the reason I keep creating and sharing content that I hope brings a smile to your face. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Stay tuned for more fun and exciting stuff coming your way.